present administration for the past 2 years and above have been telling us that they have a clear vision for making Nigeria great. And this clear vision entails a series of policies which they are implementing, that these are policies that ought to have been implemented earlier on, but that previous rulers were slow to do the needful. Now we have a ruler who is not only visionary, but also bold and courageous. They admit that the results, the outcome of their policies has led to unpopular feelings from the people. And that I'm trying to listen to them, that a good government should not be wanting to carry out popular policies, but rather policies that will work for the good of the nation. I'll be listening to this, but apart from they themselves who are turning out these policies and the people whom they have recruited to carry it out, the vast majority of Nigerians don't seem to see it that way. They definitely don't agree that the government should be there to pursue policies that make life difficult for the people. No matter how beautiful your policy is, it should not make people's life miserable. Because the promise of a beautiful life later, when is this later life coming? And how are we sure it is coming? There are many Nigerians who do not share the optimism they have about the outcome. I was listening to the television yesterday when our president was in
Ibadan.
Said exactly the same thing.
Talked about the pain of surgery.
That we have been saved. He agrees that we have put us in pain for the past 2 years. We have only 2 years more. But that now we are at the end of the tunnel, and the good things are now coming. What are these good things that are now coming? Those who are economists cannot share this optimism. And that is why we believe that whatever policy a president or a regime may be having, the good of the people must be the center of attention. People must be the center of your attention. We are talking of people unable to feed their families. We are talking of unemployment rampant. We are talking of young people who have lost hope in the nation. Because this line you are taking, they cannot see it. They cannot see any light at the end of the tunnel, which is why many of our young boys and girls who can make it are leaving the nation for destinations that are only in their mind, but which, unfortunately, we know is not necessarily going to make things easy for them. When young people begin to run away from their nation, it's not a good sign now. Because young people should be able to see in the government sign of a better future. They are not seeing it. And so, I think, I remember making it very clear, if we are going to have a free and fair election, This regime must change its policies. Otherwise, you can't expect Nigerians to want you to continue beyond 2027. But I'm not seeing any reaction in that direction. The opposition parties that are revving towards the election, they are saying the same thing, that the policies we have now are in the wrong direction. I'm not sure I see clearly in them what the alternative they are proposing for Nigerians will be, except to say we will reduce your pains. How? We need to see it more
in more graphic details.
Well, yes, in more details. Yes. But maybe we have 1 year and a half now to see all that. I've been in this country now, and I'm now 81 years old, and I was already an adult when we became independent in 1960. I was in Patafoa Balewa Square when we raised up our flag for the first time. That evening, 1st of October 1960, I was in Form 4 in college and in Benue State, and I was sent by my school to represent my school at the independence. We were full of confidence in our nation, that now we are going to be independent. We are going to be like the great nations. The great nations we knew then were England, Germany, America, France. Those countries were hoping to become like them. We were not hoping to become like South Africa because we knew South Africa was under apartheid. But we believe that just give us 10 more years, maybe 20, we will be in the front line. That has not happened. 60 years ongoing. 60 years going. But I still have not lost confidence in the ability of our nation to be among the frontline nations of the world. Because I think the way the material is there. We can now see how many of our brains have actually left Nigeria because Nigeria has no room for them. And wherever they go, they are performing wonderfully. Now, while we thank God for that, we still ask, these brains should be here now. They should be building here instead of building other people's nations. Go ahead, take anything. But we're talking about my health. The number of Nigerian doctors that are curing people in other nations. While in Nigeria, the hospitals have no doctors. The ones they have are on strike because they are not being treated well. It doesn't make sense now. It doesn't. And when they are sick, the people who are in charge of us, they are always going out